With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Cut. 20.
65, 65, 65.
Ric Flair.
52, right 52.
I got it.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
DC.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's coming.
Protein spill. Hey, lift. Go, 12, go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Goff. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And he connects with Ertz. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. On Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Check.
Third and long. It's gone. It's complete. Stills. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Shell.
No. Off.
After the interception, here's Goff. Robinson's got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, tonight. Black 20.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Goff. That's complete to Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Out of the gun, Goff. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10s under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers is going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Hopkins, 70 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Merlin.
Gone. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Hey, go Mike 20. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on third. Gone. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Are you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. That one goes for 24 yards.
180. Point out. Under team.
On first down, gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Tiger.
Now it's gone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to throw. It's caught here by Adams. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, check 26.
From the 31, Rodgers. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Touchdown, Packers! Greg Olsen, 31 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
You're looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And a penalty flag is down here. The kick no good, but they may have sold out a bit too much for the block. Looked like they made contact with him on the follow-through. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Push him back.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, switch gears. Check 50, check 50. Check 4. Tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for DeMarcus Robinson. Incomplete. Ed Reed on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
You got it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch 54. Rip left.
The final shot before break here. Goff being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers, he finds Hopkins complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And Adams has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, it's gone. And Stills bringing it in. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. And Stills over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
Value three. 61, match spot.
A run for Nick Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defense. Back only to the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 20. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Kill. DC. Go. 52's the mic.
Here's Gone. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From a yard out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Check. Walk 54. Check right. Set.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator was looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers have retaken the lead.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
258. Go, go, go. Check 3, check 3. Get 300. Get 300. Flip it in.
Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
20.
54. Army. Switch.
Tell you what.
Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Hold on. Check.
Now Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense?
It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Gold with the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where